Most client calls at our firm are individuals that have never been charged with stunt driving in Ontario before. They're first-time offenders. They're confused, they're scared, and they don't understand how to deal with this type of charge, with the 14-day impound, the 30-day roadside suspension, or the thought of a minimum 1-year license suspension. So they say, I have a clean record. Won't they just drop the charge? A clean driving record certainly helps when dealing with your charge, but it is not an argument to get the charge withdrawn. The base of a stunt driving charge falls to the radar or laser used to measure your speed. So this applies if your stunt charge is related to a speed of 40 kilometers or more in a posted zone under 80 kilometers, or 50 kilometers or more in a posted 80 kilometer or more per hour zone. So unless you're able to find an error with the radar, laser, or another major flaw in your charge, it is extremely unlikely to get the charge withdrawn. A clean record or a first offense, it's not a defense. If your record is clean, or this is your first stunt driving offense, you cannot use that as a defense to a prosecutor in the provincial courts. If you think of it this way, the 1 to 3 year license suspension, that $2,000 to $10,000, the 6 demerit points, the possibility of 6 months in jail, these are actually penalties set out by the law for first-time offenders or persons with a clean record. So if you were a second-time offender, the minimum suspension would now be 3 to 10 years. If your record is not a clean driving record, then the prosecutor, for example, even on a first offense, can ask for more than the 1 year, because there's 1 to 3 years, or more than the $2,000. So people say, I'm a law-abiding citizen, these penalties are crazy. And to you, yes, these penalties may seem crazy. But when the law was written, it was written with one objective: to stop stunt driving, because stunt driving kills. So to you, it may seem like a speeding ticket, but to the lawmakers, you were driving a 2,000-pound weapon that could have killed people. So they have created these penalties to deter people from stunt driving and speeding in Ontario. Now, you may need the services of a stunt law firm. Dealing with a stunt driving charge, it takes experience, it takes skill in speaking to the prosecutor and the courts. So one, there may be a strategy to withdraw or amend the stunt charge. Let's figure that out. Two, the strategy depends on the specific court and the prosecutor, because every court and every prosecutor is different. There is no one-size-fits-all solution. Three, that strategy also has to take into account your speed, your record, the time of day, the evidence, and much more. A law firm deals with provincial prosecutors and criminal crowns on a regular basis. So if you want to keep driving, you will need to hire a firm that speaks the language of the crown and has a solid strategy that they can clearly explain. And the good news, it all starts with a free consultation, so there is no expense or risk for you to understand the strategy. Book a call, and let's keep your license.